With the serve, Cucine Lube Civitanova looking for side out for this Del Monte Coppa Italia final here in Bologna at the Unipol, and Bottolo's already put a dent in the floor with his first swing.
Very, very intense, and you can see Aidan Single following the middle blocker of Lube Civitanova wherever he goes. You're providing the replay for Andrea Zolti. I think it's a very important thing to do.
Yes, for those of you that don't know, I've got Andrea Zolti sat to my left. He was commentating with me, actually, on the finals last year, but now he's here as a spectator. Just asked if I could show him the monitor. Of course, not going to deny him that. Good block. Well, that's what we just talked about. With the Legumcia against Keita, that's a good matchup for Civitanova.
You could see Civitanova believes in the possibility that Abayev sets for the middle blocker much less than the opposite, you know? So they were already looking for Keita.
2-0 then for Civitanova. Giulio serves again. Good leave from Keita. Not far away, not a bad serve that. It's certainly one that the head coach Mehdi won't be worried by. It was a nice positive serve. Now, Keita, it is to serve himself. Lovely ball from Bottolo. Oh, well, a little off pace from Lepke. Suddenly found a good line.
First two receptions from Lube on the strong serve, really, really convincing, really, really precise.
No way through for Mozic as he's shut down by Chinese. This is a great start for Civitanova.
I think Abayev couldn't let the ball go like he wanted to, and the ball was a little low on the net.
Oh, it's an ace serve, and now 5-1 Civitanova. They have got off to an absolute flyer.
Stajov said, let's keep playing, it doesn't matter. What happened so far doesn't matter.
Well, he won't be too worried, Stojcev, because his team were 2-0 down in the semi-final, and he had to take the next three. So if that makes them slow starters, then fair enough. They just will get going, get warmed up. Mind you, there's a few old bones around for Verona. Zingel's certainly one of them. Needs some time to warm up.
You see the difference in the strategy. Middle blocker and pipe, middle blocker and pipe. Civitanova keeping the play in the center part of the net. Verona doing the exact contrary. And we're going to see it a lot, in my opinion.
Well, we certainly will. Right now, it's working for Civitanova, 6-2. That's not a great pass from Keita. Just let that one hit him. And then you've just no idea where he's going to hit that.
And Mozic, just to be sure, he played an easy pass for the pipe, knowing that Keita will fix it somewhere.
Abayev to serve for Verona. He does like that little cut down to one. Good touch from Mozic. And that's a huge slice of luck for Verona. Can they capitalise? Oh, goodness me, Balasso with an incredible dig. And there wasn't the room for Bottolo to do that. He's let it drift too far and lost all the height.
They were in a good mood. They had good vibes. They tried to do 2-3 difficult things in the same action. Didn't really work out.
Oh, that's pesky wing blockers throwing an arm out instead of just going straight across the net, because D'Amico was on the line for this one. And he may well have made the dig. D'Amico's really frustrated, really unhappy with Mozic about that. Nice swing, though, from Legumcia.
Yes, Deutsche doesn't like these inventions. He likes blocking hands to be very precise. Ooh.
Goodness, for a second there, you think Keita's front row. He is now. That was ridiculous.
It's the same.
Look, but by the time he hits that, he's front row.
Yeah, it's a first tempo.
It's crazy.
It's a first tempo, not a pipe attack.
Well watched by Jensen. Still going for the moment. Oh, lovely. Keita, 1 foot Yahoo. And just like that, Verona are right back in the match. They've woken up, they're ready to play.
Keita was really good because Civitanova jumped very early and he could see it and use the block hands of Boninfante to his advantage.
Nice touch that by Cortesia. And then again, this time by Jensen. And like that, Verona are level.
Here you see what Bottolo, in my opinion, shouldn't do. He's trying to tip too often. He needs to try strong with the high hands.
Yeah, that's more to play that off of Jensen and out, wasn't it? Would have been the best solution, perhaps. But we're not there. We're not trying to do it. Good work, Giulio. Getting enough on that one for Civitanova to have the point. There's the referee is just calling order to the coaches to say
the video check system doesn't work at the moment. So we know we warned the two coaches.
Well done. Your lip reading is impeccable.
Watch out what you say when I'm around.
Chance here. Good up by Abeyev. Oh, goodness, Mosic. Oh, Stoichev is furious with Abeyev.
Yeah, it was easy to cover. But Civitanova's timing on Keita is perfect. Then Keita also scores when you're perfect.
And he's right to, because what you saw then, you saw Abeyev moving out, but because he moved, everybody stopped.
Yeah.
And this is a classic in volleyball, isn't it? Yeah. You have your position, so you're thinking about the next touch. Where in volleyball, you have to be in the now. It's what have I got to do now? Because next doesn't happen if you're not doing what you need to do now. Good swing. Well played, Bottolo.
He was in a cage made by the blockers of Verona. The first time he comes out of the cage after 3 or 4 negative situations.
Yeah, that's so good. He continued on his angle.
Lefty says, that's my man. Right here.
Boninfante. Oh, yes. Great serve, but a good lead from D'Amico. That had some real zip on it.
Verona's being very patient and hasn't made the right error so far.
That's a really good play. Leave a little bit of room on the line, put your defender on the line, and then invite Bottolo to cut that ball. And he's cut it too much with his thumb down. And he didn't need to. He didn't need to do that. He could have just hit straight through it.
The set was great. He was left with no hands in front of his. Bad mistake by Bottolo.
That is fast from Gargiulo. Nice look that, wasn't it? Boninfante just having a little check where the blockers were. All the top setters do that. Bruno for Brazil, as he's running in, he's looking at the blockers. Gianelli does it. Abeyev's having a little look now and again as well. Good hustle. Clever from Keita.
He's being patient, he's being smart. He's not just trying to hit hard on the blockers. He's making choices, often for the best.
Jensen looking to bring some heat. But Balasso deals with it. Oh, that's a bit of vicious swerve and spin on that as he caught the block. But no chance for Mozic.
I'm liking this ball by Boninfante very, very much. He moves the middle blocker, he moves the pipe attack. This is almost a gamma, so we call it in the women's volleyball.
Yeah, like an inside 10, because you've almost run that middle like a slide behind, haven't they? Good work from Zingel.
Hey, Abayev tries to respond with the middle blockers, change the scheme a little bit. That's a good idea.
Snatching at that one, Keita.
First error by Verona.
Well, that's good going. 23 points, 24 points scored, and only one error from Verona.
To make a comparison, Civitanova has already 5. So.
Well, that is a huge block from Cortesia.
That's his second, and you see the challenge in the middle of the net. Abayev serving Zingel and then being ready for the response.
Yeah, good touch, Cortesia. Figured he might go back there again. Lovely touch as well by Bottolo. And it's a foot fault. An illegal attack by Civitanova. Verona have the lead.
Let's see. Yeah. Still have to see who steps up. Nope.
Well, the swing block from Mozic left it in a line. Legumcia thought that's where he could go. Didn't happen. So a couple of errors over on that side for Civitanova. Put Verona in front. Timeout called by Lube.
Oh, prima di tutto non è che dobbiamo finire tutti i palloni subito e non dobbiamo trasformare un'imprecisione in un errore, bisogna che troviamo soluzioni, diamo altezza a questa ricezione flot come abbiamo fatto. Ricordate che si butta 2 mani verso uno, dai,
Fede says we do not have to kill all the spikes. We can also play the second and third attempt, and we must not transform a lack of precision in a complete mistake, which is the problem for Civitanova, because we have 7, 3 from the serve, 4 from the attack against 1 overall error by Verona. Yesterday they both made a lot of errors. Today only Civitanova is making a lot of errors.
Verona putting the squeeze on Civitanova, making them play just about everything. That was close from Abayev. He had a load of blocks in the semi-final. Hasn't had one just yet. I don't know, I think he might have got... No, Bottolo put it in the net on this little swing to the line.
I think Abayev had 6 yesterday, even though the official score table said 5, but I think 6.
We're the official score table then. Not quite working for Lepke. Gave a good interview after the semi-final with his boy Luca. Both his kids here, his partner here, watching this one. Abayev to serve. Has he got it? Oh, that's close.
Everybody looks at Stoichev. Call the video check, call the video check. He says no. Just shaking his head without
He had a good look down the line, didn't he? He was in a good place, decided it wasn't in.
Yeah.
We'll get another little look at it here. Oh yeah, not even close.
Now we see one of the match winners of yesterday, Poria Kanzadeh from the serve.
Yes, the Iranian international has come from Iran to play.
Fulad Sirjan.
Yes, from Fulad. He's got a great serve on him. Watch out, he gets it going. And it is a good serve. Has to go wide. 3 blockers waiting. But now, as is always the case, more options. And the side out made, is it? Yes.
I've been told by the Lube staff a funny thing about Poria Kanzadeh. Sorry. Okay, video challenge. They told me he speaks 1 word of Italian and 3 words of English. So he goes on the court and Medei with the hand makes suggested means hit hard from the serve. And that's all the communication there. Like cutting the air with the hand, meaning hit hard.
And the ball is in. Well, that's what he's in for, isn't it? Well, he might be. It's somewhat what Plotnitsky was brought in to do when he came to Perugia. He was primarily coming on as a serving substitute for at least his first season and halfway through his second. That is a massive block. Verona now, after being down 6-2, are up 18-15.
I think Verona is doing more simple things, but with more accuracy, and this is the result.
Oh, close, but not quite.
Now they're pushing from the serve much more than before, Verona.
That's a great pass in the circumstances. Could have been an ace, but it's chance nonetheless. And put away by Civitanova. They're back to within a point.
Gargiulo is the first offensive solution for Bonifante when he's in the first line, of course.
Il concetto è diverso, siete col peso indietro tutti e due sulle battute forti. Nella zona del conflitto voglio che rimanete dritti e inclinati in avanti. Questo vi permetterebbe di spostare il piede. Poi dopo ricezione alzati però perché continuiamo a giocare. Un'altra cosa, tirerà, non hanno soluzioni, dobbiamo resistere, dobbiamo ricevere e fare. Tu gioca libero, non pensare solo a dare in fronte. Corte, cortesia! Devi trovare l'angolo del rincorso giusto e non entrare sotto la palla adesso. Dobbiamo giocare con te.
Stoichev says we must keep our body ahead and not backwards on the reception, otherwise we will not be able to move the feet when the ball approaches us. And says to Mojic, after you receive, you gotta stand up, because he's one of the players who tend to fall back after the reception.
Yes, he wants him to be able to hit the pipes. That's what he needs him up for, doesn't he? Or be able to go and just at least take a block with him somewhere. Good swing, Keita, because that's when you can't do anything else. Just give the ball to him.
He's keeping the percentages high, even though he's well marked by Civitanova's block. Now the discussion between Stoichev and Cortesia, it started in the timeout. He said you should not go too much under the ball when you run for the attack, because otherwise Abayev doesn't manage to set the ball for you. And I think he repeated the same thing right now.
Yeah, Cortesia's gone out for Luca Spirito to serve. It's a good leave, and Lagumsha's error puts Verona up by 3 now.
The 3 are also the direct errors by Lagumsha in attack. He's suffering because he doesn't have a physical advantage. And you see the solution that probably is going to be the stable solution in the next season for Civitanova.
Here it is, Nikolov on as opposite. Yes, you've seen it here now. Get ready to witness it next season. It appears that Nikolov may well be playing as the opposite for Lube. And that's a good introduction.
2 years ago, when Civitanova reached an unpredictable final for the title, they had Ivan Zaitsev playing as a fake opposite spiker. 2 rounds over 6, he would play as a wing spiker, receiving in Nikolov's place, and he attacked a lot from zone 2 and 1. So he's already set for that role.
Bottolo. Nice play, Jensen. That's an important swing. Keeps them 3 in front. Keeps a good bit of space between them and Civitanova.
Right now, I think Verona has the clearer ideas on what to do.
Dare I say that Bottolo looks a little tired with some of his attacking. It's not had the zip about it had in the semi-final. Gargiulo's playing just as well as he did in the semi-final. He's fired up, that's for sure.
As for Bottolo, I believe he needs to find things during the game that help him build his own self-confidence. He started strong and then started having difficulties right after. And now he's suffering a little bit.
Good cover by Civitanova. A net touch against Verona. So look at that. 1 point in it now. This is an important side out for Verona here.
This guy was born in 2003 and already plays offensively like a veteran. The choices, the angles.
He's grown up a lot, and I think his time with the Bulgarian national team really helped him, because he was getting really frustrated with himself in the first, and literally the lads, the players around him were like, hey, you're just a youngster, calm down. You've got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
You haven't got to do it all right now. And it really, that season, it really helped him, I think, coming back then to Italy to play the following season. That is huge. Civitanova have leveled up, and they are fired up now. What a swing from Lepke.
With 4 offensive options instead of 3, they are impossible to mark. Verona must choose.
Well left by D'Amico, or is it in? It's been given as in. This could be a massive turnaround now in Civitanova's favour. Andrea Zorzi thinks it's in. I couldn't see. I was sat down a bit. I can't actually see the baseline. I'll have to sit up properly.
They both said it's good, it's good. Gargiulo said it and Stoichev said it. And then tried to talk to Mozic, but Mozic was talking to Jensen, and then Stoichev...
Oh, yes, the squish factor has come into play. Stefano Cesare will confirm that ball was in. There might be a timeout coming for Verona. Yes, literally, just that much, a millimetre. The difference between success and failure. Yes, the new CV president, Robert Skirch, he's doing a good job so far, by all accounts.
The CEO's one by the other.
Ooh. So tied out achieved, but that 3-point lead has just evaporated in the heat of the Unipol Arena and the presence of Civitanova. Now this set is anyone's for the taking. Keita to serve. Oh, it's a good serve. Nice bit of hang time being shown by Lepke, trying to fool the block. Ooh. But you can't stop Keita. 23-22. They're back in front. They have the advantage.
Palazzo did a miracle in reception, but wasn't enough to find the point.
I'm presuming Civitanova have ran out of timeouts because they've called a challenge, or as we like to call it, a chime-out.
Yeah.
Because he was looking for a full fault. I mean, if he was a long jumper, his coach should be telling him off.
Yeah.
You've got to get closer.
Half a step closer is fine. But it's the second lead change in the last 2 minutes, so getting interesting.
Well, that's not a bad return for Keita. One ace, one error. It just puts the advantage now with Verona. They're siding out to have set point, whereas it was Civitanova before that run of serves from Keita. And the substitution has been reversed. So Lugum's now back on. He can't go off again now. On to serve. Nikolov back to the bench. One side out required to give them an opportunity, Verona. Break points required by Civitanova. That's a decent enough ball. And Mozic makes sure of it. Oh, a little bit of afters from Mozic. Just a little stare at Chinanese, who was ignoring him.
That's like yesterday. Verona tries to be cheesy, to do a little trash talk, and then the net immediately scouted by Mauro Goitre, who saw Mozic, who had already tried to provoke a little bit in the point before.
It's set point Verona. Single with the serve. Good touch. There's going to be a swing for it. Mozic. Good up, Bartolo. Oh, that is incredible from Lugumcia against three blockers. What a save.
And he's back. I mean, they took a big risk to have him for the serve because he didn't start the match properly. This is a very, very heavy point. Very difficult one also.
First to get two clear takes the set. Lepke with the serve for Civitanova. They've got a chance here. And they've taken it. That's more like it from Bartolo. That had a bit of oomph about it. And it's set point Civitanova.
Redemption by two players who were struggling is leading Civitanova to the first set ball. First Lugumcia, then Bartolo.
Well, Lepke's had a serve. He's found his rhythm. He's found his range. Does he really give this one everything? Is it in the 90% range? No, it's a steady one. It's a tactical one. And they've made a good dig. There's going to be half a chance here. Perhaps the wrong side of the court to have gone to. Mozic. Oh, the block does it! Bonifante out of nowhere! 1m88! 1m80 blocked! And it is the set for Civitanova. Just when it looked like Verona might take it.
And his father, Dante Bonifante, now our head coach, is being hugged by former teammates behind us.
Oh, he's gonna dine out on that for a while. And why not? He's just blocked the rock.
And how about Palazzo in this first set?
Oh.
Incredible, incredible. Everywhere. So, quite a good start for this final.
Yeah, not bad, really, was it? Yeah. I mean, there was a moment, wasn't there? Just we wondered. I was wondering, well, is there a little bit of tiredness? But suddenly, you just get through that first few points, don't you? The body gets going, the adrenaline gets running, and then you're in and you're playing. The stats: more attacks from Lube, one more block, couple more serves, and actually 9 errors from Lube. They did well because, as you said, I mean, there was 1 point, wasn't it? 25 points had been played. And Verona had only made 1 error. So, but this is the thing. This is I can't remember which coach was saying it now, but you could play an error-free game and get beat 3-0 quite badly.
Yeah.
Because you're not willing to take risk.
Yeah.
So and Verona did start to take risk, but it wasn't perhaps early enough. Because it was, as you say, it was very controlled with the service, wasn't it? And then when they did start to take the risk, that's when a couple of errors came in.
Coach Chirali, between the second and the third set of Italy versus USA in the group stage of the women's VNL, was asked about his team being the team that had committed the fewer mistakes from the serve. What does it mean, they asked him. And he said, it means we are not pushing hard enough.
Yep. There we go. And pushing hard enough, Keita certainly was. 7 points for him. 47 points. Good indication as to why Lugumcia went off. His 4 points, only 29% effectiveness. But he came good towards the end, and that's an important thing. Oh, wonderful recognition for Giulia Chiretti. Paralympian, and gold medalist from Paris.
Paralympic swimmer with a very peculiar story, personal story. Became quite famous in Italy because she was a gymnast and she fell during a training and she lost part of her mobility, but then she didn't give up and she became a Paralympic swimmer.
Well, that's a great story, isn't it, in that sense? Because the thing about the Olympics, the Paralympics, is we celebrate the athletes, and the story of how they became what they are is the irrelevant element to it, because it's all about them as athletes. But a former athlete and continuing on to create the story for herself as an athlete again, fantastic.
Looking at the first set, you see Lagumja 2/7 with 3 direct errors, but in the end, one of the key balls.
Well, set 2 is underway. Lube having pinched it from Verona, some might think, to take the first, but that's a good start for Verona. Let's just have a little recap on those stats from the first set.
Keita is 8/16, and he's the best scorer of the game as usual.
Yeah, Bayev is -1, and Mosic actually didn't do that great. -1 effectiveness for his team, but carried by Keita. And that's going to be an error from Shinonesi, and they are as rare as hen's teeth when he's hitting through the middle. He's tried to turn that as if he's going to go to 1 and ended up with the ball not coming with him, hasn't he? So he's had to go back down to 5, and that's the error.
He should be a primary resource when he attacks, but Gargiulo is doing much better than him. 4 points against 0 so far.
Nice play. That was a good touch that from Zingel. Playing on the edge. I mean, look at that. That looks like he's held that. That doesn't look like, because in volley, that's a volley, right? It's a volley. That didn't look like it bounced out of his hand, did it?
And Abayev was so frustrated after this situation. Anyway, the statistic I find more remarkable is the precision of the perfect reception. Civitanova 57, Verona 19.
Ooh, that's not good.
Of course, Verona, for the style of play they have, they need less perfect reception, but it's really a big, big difference.
It just means there's a lot more pressure on the attacker, because you're not getting a great ball. Oh, goodness me, Keita. He could have hit his own ear as well as the ball then. That's how low it was.
But it's the 3rd error over 5 total made by Verona, so he's authorized to force the serve, but not doing great so far.
Very nice. Block didn't get out wide enough for that one.
Great opening by Abayev. The blockers are so late.
Well played. Very nice play that from Lepke.
Doesn't have a great percentage, but he's not committing direct errors, and it's important for Civitanova so far.
Four milliseconds. That's what you get generally from contact to contact on a jump serve, to make up your mind and decide whether that ball's going in or out. That one, though, is a little bit longer to decide. That was definitely going in. Oh, D'Amico trying to sit on that angle. Too good from Bartolo.
Now has 6. It's the best scorer for Civitanova.
Oh, that's nice. There's a real confidence by the way Jensen's playing. He's just waiting, isn't he? And he's picking his shots. So he's not trying to bounce it. He's just using his range really well.
Now Abayev is using him very much and letting Mosic rest a little bit.
That's such a fast arm for Giulio. He's played junior level, World Championship under 21 silver and a European under 18 silver back in 2017 with the Euros and to 2019 World Championships. And there is a whole wealth of talent in the senior team through the middle, very difficult to break into. Miss hit, unfortunately, from Mosic, greatly received by Civitanova.
Rock is struggling, just 2 points, a couple of mistakes. Try to create a bit of controversy under the net, but you need the circumstances to do that properly.
You just got a glimpse then of Donovan Shavarona, the Verona outside hitter, who has had knee surgery, so he's going to be out for the rest of this season and part of next season. That happened to him not that long ago. Well, that's what pressure block, a well-formed block, can do. Trying to avoid it instead of taking it on.
And it's the 4th direct error from the attack for Adis Lagumja, +2 missed serves, makes 6. That's too many.
The tactical serve from Cortez was trying to drop that right into position 2. Make it difficult for Civitanova to run their side-out routes. Rotation 5 here for Verona is a pretty good rotation. Setter can get where he wants to really quickly. But that's good touches in the block by Civitanova and an audacious set for Bonifante. Goodness, it's gone down quick, but well, it's been given us in. That was very close. A real swipe at it from Keita, but no arguments coming and they're not challenging it. Level terms.
Great presence by Lagumja here, compensating some difficulties in attack with the block.
Oh, he got him again, Lagumja. Went with a big old beachy spread block and wraps that one back onto Keita.
He's not playing a perfect game, but every time he has a moment of difficulty, he reacts. And I think that's all about what you have to do in the final.
Civitanova lead by 1. Well, Giulio to serve again. That's a good touch from Lepke. An equally good touch from Mosic. Oh dear. Well, he came flying in. He just took off too early.
And now if you are Konstantin Abayev, who are you going to set the ball to?
I mean, that was such a difficult situation for Keita. I don't think... I mean, and that was probably the one time it exposes his technical difficulties with how to play the game at times, because he relies so much on his jump.
Mettiamo a terra. I suoi colpi non sono giusti. Allora, tu sei in muro 1 e ti tocca sempre. Ti ho detto di prendere le incorse esterna, guardare il muro e finire il gesto tecnico con il polso. Non puoi tirare dritto su muro 1 di Lepke 3 volte. Even you, take the approach a bit outside, because with a long set you have some problem to attack in diagonal. Costa, с ним, пожалуйста, немножко узко всегда.
Time out in 3 languages, classic Stoichev.
Fantastic, yes. Italian, English and Russian to get the point across.
And to Jensen says, you have one blocker ahead of you. You cannot hit straight on Lepke's end for 3. times in a row. You must complete the technical movement with the wrist. And then said also to Keita, you're having problems in the parallel. Try across the court more often.
That's the one, and do you know what? That's not a bad miss, but that is exactly what Keita probably Stoichev wants him to do all the time. Use his height. He's reaching up on that one for a change, and if he takes that to position 5 onto that baseline, no one's going to touch him. So often he's hitting the ball right by his ear. And that time he's tried to go too steep. Chinanese's got him. Civitanova with a big lead.
It's the 7th block by Cucine Lube Civitanova, the 5th on Numuri Keita. And again, Chinanese gets the point, but Lagumcha touched it too. That's the 3rd block he gives Keita in the last 5 actions.
D'Amico had a bit of movement on it. Shifting around a bit left and right. Ferdinando Di Giorgi.
Stoichev talking to Mojic, who's a bit nervous right now. Talking to all his teammates, and Stoichev asks him to remain focused.
Abayev gets his first block, I think, of the match.
Yeah, correct. He's a really good blocker.
A technical player, good player. He's going to be going back to Russia, though, next season, because Verona, next season, signing Micah Christensen to set, and they're bringing in Darlan in the opposite slot. Oh, what a hit. It's just good technique, this. Shows the cross court, and then really good cut over his shoulder. Doesn't let his left side drop. And it doesn't need pace then, does it? It's got the precision.
Want to know how we call it in Italy, that kind of attack from zone 4?
Oh, absolutely.
The scarf.
The scarf. Oh, yes!
When you put the scarf on.
Yeah, just like swish, getting that next bit to go around your neck. Love it. Okay.
Samuele Papi was a master of the scarf.
Oh, a master volleyballer, one of the best outside hitters Italy produced, and such a long career. Oh, cheeky from Abayev.
See, he finds his teammates have difficulties scoring, so he's opening his own business. The block and the tip.
He's doing well. Keita it is with the serve. Not before timeout's called.
In the end, only 1 point of advantage, given the difficulties Verona had. Not a big deal for Civitanova.
Ragazzi, stiamo tenendo al centro queste ricezioni, prima quella di Jensen, adesso anche questa, diamo un po' più d'altezza perché i secondi tocchi li dobbiamo avvicinare un po' di più e ricordiamoci che si può lavorare sì sul primo Eric ma anche sul terzo, direte, ok? Questo è un tema importante, teniamo alto al centro e avviciniamo i secondi tocchi. Bravo ragazzi!
Today he wants the reception to be a little bit higher, you know, with more belly, because he wants the second touch to be close to the net, and said to Lepke, yeah, you can play on the first man of the block, like he did remarkably so far, but also on the third.
I have a question for you. Stoichev, they're impeccably dressed in their suits, shirts, ties, well, just as impeccably dressed, but they don't need to put their shirt tie on, as Nikola Gerbic and Coach Kirai. Yet is that a requirement for the Italian league. Only I say that because when we saw Santarelli at the Club World Championships for Conegliano, he was in a little polo and tracky bottoms and a different look.
Yeah, it depends. I think there is a dress policy right now for the Superlega, but it's not. It's not always been like that. You could also see coaches in the team's uniform.
That's a good set, but it's okay. So he's dragged the ball back from the other side of the court to make the set, according to the referee. Invasion.
Yeah.
Good call. Yes, it had broke the plane of the net, hadn't it? And he's played it. He'd also broken the plane of the net with his fingers. It's another illegal attack from Lagumcia. That's twice now. Now, those are things at this level that you just do not expect to happen.
I think there is no gray zone between the great things Lagumcia has done and the very bad things he has done in some other parts.
Yeah, it's either or at the moment, isn't it? It's one or the other. Yeah. Zingel. Verona hanging on in this set for the moment. Oh, good touch. Oh, unlucky from Abayev. I think Cortese was also trying to get in on that, might put him off a bit. Any part of the body will do to keep that ball in play. Sometimes you don't have a choice.
Oh, yeah.
Cortese.
Very bad one in this case. Verona is making it very easy for Civitanova to get the side out.
I don't think there are any touches on there. Jensen almost trying to put a bluff up for his coach, I think.
And here you go, Vitelli substituting Cortesia, who wasn't responsible of the last two errors. But
well, sometimes don't you? It's just that you need a change of a person, not necessarily someone who's done anything wrong, but just to get a little bit of a different dynamic, a feeling. Delay the other team a second or two. Chinanesi to serve again. Good touch, Jensen. Oh, that's wonderful. D'Amico puts it in a place where Mozic could do something with it. And he's come back with a cracking block. Vitelli joining him. And Verona take the point.
He's in full form. He proved it yesterday, Marco Vitelli. First ball he touches is an important block to keep the score quite close. Then I'm going to tell you a funny story about the relationship between Stoichev and Jensen, about the fundamental of defense.
Good play, side out achieved. Jensen's in the front row, so go on. What's he been? Fundamentals of defense. What are the fundamentals of defense?
He's a very tall guy, so yeah. It's not always easy for him to go dig the balls that are for him very low. In a timeout a couple of seasons ago, Stoichev was called in him because he couldn't reach a very difficult ball. Like he wasn't able to get there in time, and he told him, you gotta die for that ball. If you die, don't worry. We have another player we can put in the court in your place. And it was Jensen looking at him because he was serious. You know, the facial expression was serious.
Well, it is. It's a team of expendables. There's players on the bench.
He sent a message. Okay.
Wow. Messages are being sent by Civitanova at the minute. Bonifante with an ace serve after Jensen was blocked. Oh, it's an absolute beauty. That's Keita's ball all day, every day. He just didn't want it.
He's my personal MVP so far.
Hey, he really gets some heat through that serve. He's got a very strong core, good technique, fast arm. So on comes Martin Chevalier, the Czech Republic outside hitter. Juno did well to get something on that, and that's more like it from Lagumcia, just looking for those high hands.
This is his ideal ball. Very, very high, very close to the net.
Stoichev, I don't think, happy with the passive hands of Jensen. Touch Balasso. That time, the block does its job. But sometimes, I mean, some people seem to get the wrong notion thinking that blocking is a defensive action. It's not. It's an attacking action. It's an aggressive action. You are not letting them in. You are being aggressive and getting primarily your hands as close to the ball as possible. What we see a lot of the time is the hands are almost redundant for a lot of players. They just throw their arms up in the air and not really focusing on what their hands are doing. Nicely done by Civitanova. I think that's what Stoichev was getting on to Jensen about just before the block they actually made.
And again, a remarkable play by Eric Lupke in this second set. Very precise, very lucid.
Well, he's definitely is Eric the Leap, isn't he?
Yeah.
Eric the Leap Lupke. He seems to stay in the air forever. Bottolo now to serve. This is a good lead for Civitanova. 22-15, 1 set to nothing up. Not to be for Abayev, another point for Civitanova. They are cruising in this second set.
And Lepke, he takes leaps, but when he's in the air, he doesn't suffer the lack of oxygen. He remains lucid and smart, and this is like the fifth remarkable offensive play of this set from the Canadian. Now another substitution. Francesco Sani going in for Rok Mozic. The two superstars of Rana Verona taking a little break before the third set.
You see it quite often, don't you? When you know the set's gone, get your players off, get them ready, get them refocused. Mind you, for Mozic out of your picture, he's furious. He didn't want to come off the court at all. That's a great serve. It's an ace. Oh, careful, Abayev. He's gone absolutely flying. But he's okay. So too is the floor.
I'm keeping my eyes at courtside where Keita and Mozic are. Two very different.
He was so lucky then. There was that step up. He could have really hurt himself.
They were removing obstacles before the game at courtside, with President Righi picking them one by one for the players' safety.
Set point here for Civitanova, and they're going to have a swing for the set. Nikolov can't make it happen. Ooh. Oh, Gargiulo can! A monster block from him. Definitely the player of the second set for Civitanova. Finishes it in style with a block, and it is Lube who lead by 2 sets to nothing.
It was a perfect set. Very good choices by Boninfante. Again, a decisive break after the decisive block at the end of the first set. Gargiulo, very effective, and also the fact that you use Lagumja and Nikolov in 2 different moments of the set with great effectiveness, without mentioning Lepke, who was being perfect in it.
That's not what he's turned that back into the middle block. He's on a good angle to go to 5, and he's not continued it on, not tried to take on the right hand of Gargiulo. But it doesn't matter, it's a wonderful block. He really did play well. He had some good spikes, really good serving run, and some good blocks, Gargiulo. 2-0 then for Lube. But Rana Verona were here in the semi-finals, in the same position. Came back to win it. So we'll not be counting our chickens before they've hatched just yet.
Yeah. On the other half court, again, Rok Mozic very talkative to his teammates. He's nervous. He wants to react somehow. Very silent Keita. On the other hand, they were sitting one by the other in this final part of the set, having very different reactions to the moment of difficulty. And about Jensen, on paper, he was the only player we now see in the starting 6s that wasn't supposed to be a starter in this moment of the season.
Okay.
He's in a good moment of shape, but today seems to suffer a bit of the, you know, the instruments that lack for a player that is not used to play a Coppa Italia final or equivalent very important moment of the season.
Well, they're all huge learning experiences, aren't they? And that's something he'll get. But what he doesn't want to do is walk away from this going, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. Let's have a look then at the difference. It was a late start for Bartolo, but he's got going. He's got 7 points. And look at that, 4 for Jensen, 21% in terms of his efficiency, in terms of his success rate overall. Well, yes, he's had a block, but Bartolo is definitely doing a better job at the moment for his team. And that's been the difference, hasn't it? Civitanova and Boninfante, everyone's pretty much available to him. Bartolo's playing really well. He got over his slump of getting a few blocks and a few kind of, well, I was going to say poor decisions, but I need a better word than that. A few decisions that, if he looks back on, he probably would have done something different.
Yeah.
But he's come back well. Good serving and good attacking. We've got the stat sheets in.
17% attack for Verona, and we're not talking about the efficiency. It's the raw percentage. Minus, they scored 4 points, and they had 9 negative signs, 3 errors, 6 blocks suffered. If they had given the ball back with an easy pass instead of attacking, they would have done better for themselves.
A better percentage and more chance of getting a point.
Yeah.
Well, it's all or nothing now for Verona.
Yeah, it's clearly a particularly critical set for Verona. Right now they're gonna settle for a more regular level they have. They must not get nervous, be patient.
No changes for Civitanova. Lagumja stays on.
That's Francesco Recine's dad, Stefano Recine, former player, former general manager of Lube Civitanova, by the way, among many other teams, and the staff of Ferdinando De Giorgi by courtside.
Away we go with set number 3. Verona serving. Civitanova up 2-0 in this Del Monte Coppa Italia final. And a nice block start, point start, break point start for Verona. Lepke didn't really have anywhere to go with this one.
Abayev is there, ready. Lepke manages to dodge him, to not make him touch the ball, but when he touches it, it's a monster block. Fifth error by Keita on the serve.
Well, he started well, let it drift, let it slip.
He's attacking well, but serving as well as he could.
Oh dear, that wasn't fast enough to Zingle. Zingle was in early enough. Timing issue.
Right now there is a big difference between the quality of the two setters, but Abayev must get back into the match.
I guess for a moment there, they may have been thinking about setting Volkov for somebody who's at 2 meters and 15. Well played Mozic. And well played Sani as well, who's the change for Verona in this one. It's Mozic with the good swing.
So right now, no more Jensen. One of the 3 wing spikers is playing opposite.
Lepke, unlucky. I think there may be touches. I'm not sure there was a touch, or it definitely wasn't in.
That's an error by Eric Lepke, the first attacking error of his game. No, he didn't touch the block and it was out.
So it looks like they put Sani to opposite for Verona. That's an error from Civitanova, is it? No, it was given their way, but there's going to be a challenge coming. It looked like it was an error.
Lagumza didn't even seem to want to celebrate this. I think he saw the ball was out. And I see Alexander Nikolov suffering in Civitanova's corner. The ball is out by a few inches. And it's interesting now to see if Civitanova finds the intensity of the second set or gets distracted a little bit by the fact that they are ahead by 2 sets.
Nice work by Cortesia. Just a continuation block, though. Everyone trying to get out of the way, everyone trying to work out what Lepke was going to do. But it's Lepke who gets that block out.
Lepke is playing an annoying game for Verona's blockers.
He's frustrating them at the moment.
It's like a mosquito, you know.
Buzzing around, can't swat him. That's a good swing from Keita. Now Civitanova are convinced he's out. So we'll get another challenge. We're unsure here. Could be in, could be out. A bit like the cat in the box.
Keita scored 7 in the first set, 1 in the second.
It's squished down enough to be in.
Now 1 in the third. Okay, so both Keita and Mozic found their way back to scoring a point with their attacks. They're back in the game.
Lepke it is to serve. Oh, that's right back into Sani. He'll get another. Oh no! Where was Keita coming from? That was Sani's to hit. It was still in the front row. Keita's flown in from nowhere.
But I think the teammates are telling Sani, if Keita jumps, you must get out of the way.
Which is true, but Sani can't see him. Sani's looking at the ball. He can't see Keita. He's outside his peripheral vision. There you go. This happens, doesn't it, when you've got someone who can jump that high and that far. Cover, Cortesia. Got to get out of the way now, though. Good up, Balasso. And well played, Bottolo. I rather, well, shouts of timber, actually, as Keita went for that one.
Civitanova did everything right in this action. The touches with the block, the defense, Bottolo choosing the line of the attack. Balasso, sorry.
Very good lead from Mozic.
So the errors are very similar right now. Civitanova made many more in the first set. Now it's 10 against 9 on the serve. Verona has 9, Civitanova has 10, and then 8 against 9 again in Verona's advantage.
Vitelli's come in, Cortesia has gone out.
I was surprised that Vitelli wasn't left on the court, because in the second set he was the only one who did good things for Verona.
Good touch, Bottolo. Verona can come again. Well played, Cinanese. He's got to get out of the way, though, for Bottolo to do his stuff. Oh, lots of movement from Lagumza, but none of it towards the ball. He was set up for a massive swing to the line, but the block was covering it. He's got to set up for a second serve in tennis, and then he can go get that.
Yeah. How do you say in English? Moving sand, the one that eats you, the sand that eats you with
shifting sound.
Shifting sounds, yeah.
Oh, yes, Zingel. Massive block from him. He didn't really get off the floor much. He didn't need to, did he? Just got his angles spot on.
And that's his first. And Verona's ahead, despite all the difficulties.
Didn't quite work out for Vitelli.
Yeah, they're trying to keep the pressure high on Civitanova, but the price is a bunch of mistakes right now, so you have to find a balance.
Good touch. Balasso was quite high up in defence, and as such, thinking there's a big swing coming, he's not able to go chase that one.
As soon as the reception allows him, Abayev tries to play with the middle blockers to give the wing spikers some rest.
Well played, Bonifante. Still keen. I mean, this far away, he's got to make sure that's zipped in to Gargiulio, hasn't he?
Gargiulio is the second best scorer for Civitanova and the third best scorer in the game with 9 points.
Ace serve for Bertolo. A little bit of a delay, but he knew it was in. It's perfect. Into an avenue of angst at the moment for Verona.
It was easy for me to predict that he wouldn't end up the game with 0 aces for the second day in a row. He's a specialist.
It's too tight. Oh, good save, Lagumja. Lepke was just looking for hands. He believes he's got them. It's not been given, and then there's no challenge coming. He didn't really believe he got them at all. He was trying for them.
Bit of acting.
But this is the thing coaches have to, I think coaches learning their trade have to understand, as frustrated as you might be with your player for doing that, they didn't do it on purpose. They didn't try to miss. They've tried to make something happen and it hasn't. So you appreciate that and you give them advice on how they could make it happen next time, not just go, what are you doing? And just because that serves no purpose, does it?
Well, they accepted it as part of the tension for the game. Now Derlic on court for Lagumja.
Oh, good serve. Free ball, as good as. Oh, lovely. Lepke frustrates Abayev.
That's Lepkepedia. It's the encyclopedia of attacks by Eric Lepke. Especially this line attack on Abayev's block.
Well, he does exactly what Julio Velasco talked about very famously, in the fact that the players have all got supercomputers with a file for every type of action. They've just got to go through them and find the solution. And he does it well. He doesn't worry about the ball. He doesn't worry he's not a good enough pass, not a good enough set. I've got this set. This is what I need to do. Oh, I'll do that. But Verona really got themselves back into this, and that's exactly where they need to be.
Velasco used to say the spiker doesn't discuss the set. He solves it.
Exactly. You better the ball, don't you? Yeah, I think he said as well, I think it was the same thing. He was talking about, right, you're not allowed to, the hitters are not allowed to give, the feedback, because they were saying, I want a better ball, and then the setter's telling the passer, I want a better ball. Yeah. The passer can't tell the server to give me an easy serve. So he said, they said, right, no communication. But what that then broke down to was every time they got a good set, they would give a thumbs up. So in the end, he just said, right, that's it. You're just not allowed to say anything. You just got to deal with it.
Yeah, he used to say that mechanism would go back to the guy that filled your bottle with water. Yeah. It wasn't completely filled.
Yes.
And last summer, he forbid the Italian women's national team to admit a mistake by raising the hand. He didn't want them to admit the mistake, because that would make the mistake remain in their mind. Wow.
Well, that's certainly going to remain in the mind of Balasso. Ace serve from Abayev. Verona in front.
Verona's first ace of the game. Like against Perugia, but reverse, because Perugia wasn't the one able to.
The Legumshas just stood there and watched it, done absolutely nothing to help.
Derlich.
Sorry, Derlich, yes. Well, it's not his job, though, I suppose, is it, Derlich? Well, this is great from Verona. 14-12. There's a timeout coming by Civitanova.
A rare mistake by Balasso here. Reverse set, not precise.
A 4 ricordiamoci sono 2 palloni con attenzione al pallonetto sulla off, il posto 1, ok? Questo qua, 2 palloni. Ragazzi, Keita, non dobbiamo lasciare troppa parallela, lui tira 5 interno, lasciamo proprio la linea, ok? Mi raccomando il tempo di salto anche da 1 e da 2, ok? Dai, andiamo raga!
Today says, well, he's talking about the attackers of Verona, says when they attack from 1, so Sani or in P1 Mojic, watch out for the tip, and says Keita must not be left with too much line, because he likes to hit inner diagonal towards zone 5, so on the left of the court. So a little bit of line could be left to Keita, but not much.
Right now, Civitanova have got to get off Abayev's serve. Well played, Balasso. That's lovely footwork from him. I think that's straight down. It is. It's a massive block for Verona. They're doing everything they can to take this set. They've built up a good lead.
That's a great block by Sani. Great position. The players coming from the bench provided 3 blocks for Verona already.
Nikolov is on for Civitanova. Just providing a different picture for Abayev.
Now there's an error, but the damage is done. I think it was a great rally on the serve for him. And it's curious how this time Medei chose Derlich over Nikolov for Lagumja. And right now we have 6 players we have never seen in this game on the court together. Wow.
Big swing, Keita.
Abayev is back in the game. The hard second set now is pretty focused.
Decent ball. That's unlucky. Bottolo hasn't found the court. There might be a challenge for block touch. And it's been admitted to Vitelli. It was. Got it. I tell you what, they're so good at seeing that, aren't they? Because there's no way any one of us could see that. It was Balasso who was calling for it.
But you need to have at least a specialized watcher of block touches in your bench, in your staff.
I think as well, watchers of foot faults, net touches, centerline faults, someone there to do that, because they can be huge. If you miss an opportunity to call a challenge mid-rally, I mean, it could cost you the match. Indeed. He's going after Keita. All that pace taken off it, though, by the net. And they've sided out well. They've just what they needed, Verona. They got off Pereira's serve straight away. He's going to go off. Chinesi will come on to go off. Balasso to go on. Bonifante just couldn't get high enough to deal with that.
I think this Final Four is a manifesto of how much the quality of the bench is important, because the teams are providing plenty of points. The team benches are providing plenty of points.
big swing, Delic. Croatian international, came from Allianz Milano, spent some time in Poland with Police Union. I have to say, I didn't realise for quite some time that Police is a place in Poland. I thought they were a sponsor.
I thought they were like the team of the police, you know.
No, I thought it was the Watches that were the sponsor until someone said, no, Clayton, it's a place in Poland. So, okay.
I thought it was like the police team. So, you know,
yes.
we have them in Italy, police, Finanza, Carabinieri, and whatever.
Well left. Civitanova are trying to find their way back into this set. It's up to Verona to keep them at bay.
About Derlic, he played an incredible season 3 seasons ago with Cisterna. He was the third opposite spiker. Became the starter because of 2 injuries. And the setter Michele Baranovic made him become a superstar of the championship. Michele Baranovic, one of my favorite setters ever.
Yeah, he's a wily old fox, isn't he?
Yeah. It's like good wine. Becomes better with time, you know.
Keita. Good serve, really good serve. Bartolo trying too hard to get that back into court. And now Verona with a 4-point lead.
And very, very close to making the match a little longer. Quite a reaction. Keita had never found the court with the serve so far, and right now finds an ace, very important. It's 15th point.
A let off for Civitanova. Giulio back to the serving line. Well, they've got to start going 2-1 here, Civitanova, in terms of points scored to conceded if they're going to get back into this set. Oh, that's a great touch by Boninfante. But it's free ball Verona. 2 front court attackers. Abayev is also front row. And that's a lovely touch by Nikolov and Chinenese. Keita finds a way through after a wonderful pick-up by Mozic. The crowd going crazy. Verona now 21-17 to the good. Great touch.
At this point in the set, you must be brave. I think Keita just taught it to Alexander Nikolov, who didn't want to force an attack. And there you go. He learned.
Yeah, he does it now, but it needed to happen in that last point, didn't it?
Alexander has always been a fast learner. You can see it.
Delic off. Lagumja on. Civitanova in this set. Maybe last chance to get something done from the serving line. Oh, what a touch, Balasso. But a brilliant block from Verona. Vitelli shuts down Nikolov.
I think it was Abayev, but let's see. Well, it's difficult to say, but very, very good block. I think Abayev.
Yeah, I think they both got a little bit of it, didn't they? They just closed it, the space, so well. Ooh. Somehow, it's still in play. Not any longer. Sani threads the needle. Verona are on the verge of taking this all-important third set to stay in this final.
They didn't allow anything to pass, thanks to a great blocking, last 3 actions.
Rock playing to the crowd.
I can't hear you, says. I can't hear you.
We can hear him. Orduna having come on. delivers a ball for side out. So this is pretty much it now. Nikolov, it will be the serve.
Civitanova already used 11 players in this game.
What a serve from Nikolov! And a mighty ace from him. He made this look so easy. Verona called timeout.
Dobbiamo cambiarlo subito. Ehi, Orduna quando entra la prima palla gioca dietro, non gioca primi tempi. Lui gioca 20% dei primi tempi e sempre distanza corta. Se la palla è spostata gioca a distanza corta. Eidan, correggimi anche. Un'altra cosa, abbiamo battuto 14 volte in posto 5, ha dato 2 palloni in posto 4, dopo la Ciccione buona e stacca. Aspetta! Il centrale quando vede il Ciccione da posto 5 si occupa di metà campo. Dai,
Santiago Orduna only sets 20% of first tempo for the middle blockers, and only when he's close. So watch for the ball, he's gonna set behind his head to the closer player. Very specific, like yesterday. Very, very specific.
He's got another one. Nikolov, 2 aces in a row. One before the timeout, one off the back of the timeout. But still Verona in a great position here.
Falls in the exact same spot.
He has, he's gone either side of Keita and scored twice. Ooh. It's 3 in a row, a hat-trick for Nikolov. Another one right into that corridor of uncertainty, that conflict area where who's got it? You, me, no one.
Because Verona is trying to put a 4-man reception with Sani, Mozic, D'Amico and Keita, but it's not working.
No, they really have taken Keita out of the reception now. And they needed to. But that was a great run, a great effort from Nikolov. And they still have a chance here, depending on what the Rock does from the serving line. Set point Verona. Dealt with by Nikolov. And Chinanese keeps Civitanova in it. I'll tell you what, Chinanese back to serve. They were going to bring Bonifanti back in there, leaving Orduna on for the moment.
Of course, Orduna creates a mismatch even bigger than Bonifante's with the attackers.
Well, they're hiding Bonifanti. And it nearly worked, but it didn't work. And Keita gets the set for Verona. And we will go further into this final. It's 2-1 Civitanova. Verona get it done, take this set with that swing. Nice play though, Civitanova trying to hide Orduna. They did that, but Bottolo not finishing his block properly. Good work, Keita. Nice celebration as well.
Who took the team over his shoulders. He took full responsibility for all the key situations and brought back Verona into the game together with Abayev, who was really in a big hole after the second set, and he came out greatly.
Great comeback for Verona after they lost that set 2, 25-15. They're unlucky in the first, actually. They did have a couple of set points, but couldn't take them. Stats-wise, 2 more attack, 4 blocks for Verona, none to Lube, but 4 aces for Lube, only 2 for Verona.
I'm waiting for the statistics to see especially how the two teams received because I think the serve has had a big impact starting from Abayev and then of course in the end with Nikolov almost reopening the set. But you know, one thing is to find the ace directly, the other thing is to be constantly creating problems to the opponent's reception, ball floating around the court, the setter having to run everywhere.
Lepke versus Keita. Lepke not used a great deal actually in that last set, was he?
No, only scored no, he scored 0 points, I believe.
Yeah.
Or 1. His second set was remarkable, but in the third he was substituted also after a little while. He seemed to be in control of the game, especially on the technical side, which is the one that gives you the biggest certainties, more than the physical strength, more than emotions. But he lost his grip.
Vitelli's going to stay on for Verona by the looks. So too Sani in the opposite slot. Keita, Mozic through the outside. We're just working out who's on court now for Civitanova, and in fact what they're doing is... So it's Nikolov, Bottolo, Lepke. 3 outsides. With, just trying to work out with Nikolov in the opposite slot.
Keeps being a game where neither of the two teams can have a very high offensive percentage. When Keita plays sets like this, where he scores 8 points over 14 attempts, like the first set, Verona is in the game. If it goes down, there is not really a second option as good as Keita, unlike yesterday where Mozic was more or less like Keita offensively.
Well, it's not the start that Civitanova wants into set number 4. Verona have the opening point. Bonafanti straight into rotation 1, but actually he's got 3 players where they can all hit quite comfortably. Although one of them's just been taken out of it by the pass. Good cover, Chinanesi. Oh, good swing, Keita.
18th point of his game. Very, very bad reception in the previous set. 15% perfect for Verona, 17 for Civitanova, but Verona prefers to play with a bad reception rather than Civitanova.
Side out by Nikolov. And send Bottolo back to the serving line. Decent attempt by Chinanesi, but it's Mozic's point. He got enough on it.
5th point by Mozic. His game could start even now. Maybe we have seen nothing from him yet.
Lube will hope that doesn't happen. That was, I think, the lack of timing with that one between Bottolo and Bonafanti. Having a little chat about it.
Maybe he was also a little scared by the blocker. He didn't want to just hit straight.
It's almost as well as if he wasn't expecting it, like he didn't really commit to the pipe attack. It's a down ball for Verona. Good touches, no net touch, although they might try to challenge it, but it's too late for that. The last action has happened.
primo è muro. Non importa. No, il primo è muro.
Chiediamo il check. Se è sotto rete sono 4.
Non si può chiedere il check su qua.
Io ho chiamato subito il check. Io ho chiamato il check.
Allora, chiamiamo. Io vi posso dare il check. Vediamo quello che si vede. Vediamo quello che si vede.
It's going to give a video check for net touch, but that wasn't the last action, and they never called challenge in the rally.
Yeah, and well, they say they called it while the action was ongoing. It should have appeared on the tablet screen.
Well, what they mean by that is we were all saying challenge, and we're all showing that, but someone does actually have to touch the tablet.
Yeah. And somebody said, "Hey, I can give you the challenge, and we'll see what we can see from the footage." But I don't think it's a right procedure, you know.
No, Civitanova, quite rightly, Balasso is furious because that wasn't. There was a good couple of touches. They were shaking, and then it went for a set and a swing, and we never had the buzzer go. We never had the rally stopped.
You should be able to go and see if the feet of the first man who touched the ball while blocking were already on the ground or not. But it's a situation you shouldn't be able to call with the video check system. It's not in the rules, you know.
Well, not after the whistle's gone, because you can challenge middle of the rally if you see it.
No, he said that the kind of foul.
Because he's looking for a net touch. That's right.
Yes, but it's.
But that was when he went to play the ball off the bottom of the net. When he played it like that.
No, it wasn't that. They said it was 4 touches. So the first touch, when blocking, was already with the feet on the ground, and now now they're good.
But that was what they were looking for.
Okay.
But this is where. Okay.
Allora, via tutti. Ascoltami. Abbiamo visto e rivisto con tanto tempo per prenderci tutta la possibilità di vedere l'altra definizione. Il giocatore tocca la rete. Sì, vai, andiamo.
But as we're saying, it's not what Verona called. Then they saw it, like you said, but it's not what Verona called. Verona was convinced that it was 4 touches.
I suppose the bottom line is, as much as we go on and they're upset, we have got the right outcome. There was a net touch.
Yeah.
But it's right. They didn't call for that, and not only that, they didn't do it in the right time. But there we go. We have more controversy. It's what we love. It's sport. There's got to be a bit of controversy. We can't let technology have everything. Nice touch by Keita. Mozic thinks he's got the hands. Yes, he did get the hands.
Yeah, again, about the previous situation, you cannot have, you cannot go watch the entire action from the beginning. You only have specific windows where you can call the video check. And so now Civitanova is very nervous, and Medea is calling a timeout immediately.
6-1 Verona.
Step faster. And if you are late, keep this ball more in the middle. Higher in the middle. Oh, ragazzi, non si molla, Dai!
But they only said to be faster, talking to Lubke in the timing of the block jump, and then said, okay, guys, do not let the set go. Didn't have much to say to his players.
Body language is great for Verona at the moment. They are really up for this. Almost brought back into play. Stoichev is beside himself. I don't think you quite see him on the replays. That's missed by Abeyev, and Stoichev's like going, oh my God! He was so convinced he was going to get it.
He was desperate. Anyway, Verona is great. They lose one set, they lose two sets. They keep playing like nothing has happened, and I think this is what you get when you make a long technical project. This has been 2.5 years now, and you lose a lot of games trying to get to your level, and you get used to react to difficult situations. That's what you get.
There's no doubt coming into this one that the Verona team talk would have been, if we have to go to 5, we will go to 5.
Yeah.
Nikolov ready to bring the heat. 3 ace serves in a row in the last set. Not to be with that serve though, and a late reaction from Bottolo.
It's the first attack for Vitelli, the 5th point scored by first tempo from Verona in the entire match.
Great touch from Mosic. Oh, I'll tell you what, he's made the touch, Mosic, and he's already celebrating with Abayev, and Abayev's like, oh, the rally's still going on. But if you watch Abayev, you watch Mosic, look, he's still celebrating. And then Keita doing Keita things. And he's got a new celebration now to go with the Heron.
You know, Rok Mosic didn't get much along with Ervin Capet, but he imitates so many things that Ervin Capet used to do, including starting celebrating after the defense and before the point is over. And now Civitanova needs a shock. It seems really like yesterday's game. Verona losing 2 sets and then starting dominating in the 3rd and in the 4th.
Delic has come in, or Duna has come in. Great 3 attackers in the front row. Well played, Bottolo. Santiago Orduna, 41 years of age. He's come from Farm Italia Catania last season, where we were demoted from A1. He's had 14 clubs in his career that he's played for. That's good work from Sani. Let it drift to get past the block.
He's having an impact. He's playing better than Jensen. He's helping the reception. His blocking is... He's not a protagonist of the game, but he's doing a lot of things that are useful for Verona.
Oh, Bayev looking through the net. Bottolo looking right back at him. Oh, the ref wants to calm this down pretty quickly. Oh, it's also Gagiulio getting in there. Gagiulio.
Yeah, and Sani mocking Civitanova for the call on the touch in the previous set, in the beginning of this set.
Goodness me. That's almost Lepke trying to protect himself against that swing.
That's the 20th point for Keita. By far the top scorer of the game.
You've got no read on Keita. There's nothing to say where he's going to hit that. Ace serve. Verona are flying. The Heron is causing damage.
This set has already been influenced very much by Verona. 7 points of advantage. You're only halfway through, but it's really a big amount of points of advantage.
Good cover from Lepke. Easy one for D'Amico. Dispatched by Keita.
I thought it was out, but clearly I'm wrong. No, it's good.
Well, what are Civitanova going to do here to get back into this? They just seem to have drifted out of this match. Good lead, Balasso. Double change coming from Civitanova. Delic and Orduna, their job is done. Their work is over for the moment. Nikolov and Bonifante back to the court. Bonifante will go to serve.
They changed a lot during this game. The first 2 sets it worked. Then maybe Civitanova lost some cornerstones to understand how to play together.
Balassa knew exactly where that was going. That was close to catch ball. Very close to catch ball. But the power tip is okay.
13th for Bottolo. Now let's see if Civitanova can push from the serve, which is one of the things that they do best. Speaking of which.
Pancake-tastic. Oh, yes! Nikolov brings the angle. That was a sweet, sweet pancake from Lepke. Might have had a bit of maple syrup on it. That's how sweet it was.
And what offensive talent, Alexander Nikolov. Very, very narrow angle.
Not to be that time for Bonifante. Excellent. The timing on that was exquisite. And Bonifante's just, look where his arms are. Look, it's just a little bit of movement with the shoulders for that. It just pops out with his hands, lovely.
How Lepke went out of the game for 40 minutes remains mysterious to me, because before and after he really played very well.
Maybe it's a case for Mulder and Scully to get onto, because they are back. Yeah. They are coming back.
Could be. The truth is out there.
Yes. Yes, it is. Oh.
I had a poster in my room when I was a kid.
Abayev to serve. Not quite. He does like that. He's very square on and then cuts it across his body. He had a couple of aces in the match doing that. Caused a few issues, but not with that one. Poria is coming on to serve for Cincinese.
Let's see if the secret weapon that decided the semi-final against Trento can repeat. The decisive impact.
Not quite for Poria. Small margins always are between success and failure in sport.
It was like the movie from Woody Allen, Match Point. It was a tennis ball, but the same.
Well played, Nikolov.
I think these would be 2 important days for Nikolov, because he hasn't been in good physical condition for the whole season. But play 2 games at this level in 2 consecutive days means you're improving. Your physical condition is improving.
Lovely swing from Sani. As clean as you like. So I guess we could call that one sanitized.
Yeah. But again, now good communication between Lepke and Gargiulo. Gargiulo left in the middle of the net.
Well left by Lepke. Still looking good for Verona to take this match to a decider. Lepke back to the serving line for Civitanova. Can he get a run going? It's a lovely ball in from D'Amico. No chance to get to it. Nikolov, perfectly placed tip.
Nikolov slipped, I think. He loses his left foot.
He's also trying to guess where that's going. He started to run in. If he just drops his weight to a neutral position, then he can spring forward on that instead of making a lateral step first. No, it doesn't help if you lose your footing, does it?
19th error from Verona, serving error from Verona. Many, but not too many. Especially with the score on the table right now.
God, that's a good serve. Break point chance. Mosic makes the save and Keita bounces it. A dent in the floor. Mosic, he is turning into a right character. He was celebrating after making that dig again, and then he's straight to the crowd. Just bump for him and Keita. Point for Verona.
It's their way to build momentum, you know, with the gestures, with the celebrations, and right now the difference is made by the fact that Civitanova almost never finds the point with the first attacking attempt, while Verona does.
This one was of D'Amico in a second. He's a shock about that one. Couldn't quite get it. There's no stopping the rock at the moment. 20-14.
It must be the 10th time the Civitanova blockers were open. This means Abayev is really good, giving a good tension to his sets.
He's keeping the middle pin, isn't he, at the moment, Abayev?
Now they make a lot of mistakes on the serve because they prefer to try and find some exceptional serve and give the set less kick.
Ooh, Bottolo with the ace. It's not done yet for Verona. They're going to challenge this.
They say it's out by far.
No, that's in by far.
Fortunately, luckily we have.
We will get to see it, but we're all thinking different things, aren't we? But we will see. Yes, in.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Plum on that line.
9th ace by Civitanova against 3 for Verona, 3rd for Mattia Bottolo. Timeout. And again, Civitanova fights back with the serve.
Il problema nostro è che tante volte aspettiamo che gli altri sbagliano. Qua serve una lotta fino all'ultimo centimetro, soprattutto copertura, difesa, tocchi sotto muro, seconda alzata. Aspettatevi tutte le situazioni che possono accadere. Stiamo attenti. E chiamate, Francesco.
Vito.
No, tira. Devi chiamare quando succede una cosa strana. Devi chiamare a voce. Mia, io.
Stoichev says, our problem is that we wait for the opponents to make a mistake. But we must be ready in all the situations. Second touches the cover under the blockers. And also to Sani said that when something strange happens, call, speak, tell it's my ball, it's I'm going on that ball, and you see Stoichev trying to mimic all the defensive positions. Valmede is very nervous right now.
That's a good pass. Oh, I say Elvis from Bottolo. And it works. A little bit of a ha as he got his foot on that one.
This looks like Fabio Cannavaro at the European Championships 2000 in the Netherlands, against the Netherlands.
Any part of the body will do. 3 in it. Civitanova trying to come back. It's free ball. It's clever from Lepke. It's 18-20.
For the second time, Mojic is too inside the court and tries to compensate with the chest instead of the arms, and it never works. It's always a negative reception for Verona. Stoichev is so angry.
Bottolo once again. That's a perfect pass. And somehow Keita's got it down the front of the block. I think that caught Nikolov a bit in the face, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's headed that one. Oh.
And the nose.
And the eye. That's a close-up he didn't really want. He's overcut that one as Bottolo. They might be looking for touches because it wasn't in.
Tocco numero.
Indeed they are.
I think Vitelli denies that he touched the ball, so it's going to be 22-18 for Civitanova. This pipe situation that Bottolo never really managed to exploit throughout the game. Made more than one mistake.
They haven't used the pipe that much, have they, really? Neither side, actually, in comparison to the likes of Trento and Perugia, but it didn't serve them well in the semi-finals, no matter the number of times they used it. But Keita was quite prevalent, but hasn't used that much.
Yeah,
there is a touch.
The thumb.
Well, there's no green card now, right?
No, I don't think so. No longer.
Devi alzare. Se tocca il pollice devi alzare. Sì,
okay.
Lo so, io lo sto dicendo.
Okay. It's the other way around. Not only not the green card, but also
no yellow card.
Yeah, yellow card, because it says if you touch, you must admit. It's for the best for the audience, you know, to reduce the.
Well, I don't think that's being used here, then, clearly, because there was no yellow card.
This is quite a heavy mistake. I think it's too early to express it.
Yeah, for those of you, all of you watching this broadcast, get onto VBTV, get onto Volleyball World on the socials and have your say for MVP. I doubt there'll be much impartiality, but who has played well? Balasso's played well for Civitanova. Mozic has done his bit, but Abayev's been in and out. It's an ace serve. Verona are on course to take this set now. What a good introduction. Spirito coming up with the goods.
And that was a bad one for Bottolo because it's an easy reception.
That's the classic where he's posing for a photograph.
Yeah.
If we had a photo, it would look great, but he's just let it hit him.
Could have even made a step forward and used the fingers instead of the arms.
Good play from Lepke. Is there a way back? There might be, you know. But it's not going to be easy.
Now, almost the same score as a previous set. The same man on the serve, Alexander Nikolov.
That is ridiculous. Keita, he's so high. He's looking down on the defense. Set point Verona. Vitelli to serve. Well played, Nikolov. Vitelli had no chance with that. Lepke will be for Civitanova. One side out required then for Verona to take this set and send us to 5. That will do it. It's not landed in. And so Verona take the set 25-21. And now it's a race to 15 for the Coppa Italia here in Bologna. It just goes to show how close all of these teams have been. The final 4, and we've had, well, we are going to have 15 sets of volleyball.
We asked for them and we...
We did. We were duly rewarded.
Yeah. And the thing that leaves me in complete amazement is how Verona doesn't really care how much disadvantage they have. They just keep playing, and that's, I think, the bottom line of this Final 4. No matter how it ends, they never really cared about the score on the table, and I think that was the best thing they did among the many good things they did. As for Civitanova, they didn't just fall down like Perugia yesterday, because Perugia really seemed to be struggling physically, but they were not orderly in the second half of the game. Maybe too many changes. And maybe Medei would have found it more useful to restore the starting 6 and try again with Lagumja and with players that maybe were not linear, but give references to the others.
Well, it was a very close set. I know it's 25-21, but look at that. It's just a difference. 2 extra attacks, 1 extra block, and 1 extra error. But that's it. It was close. But it was always Verona. They got off to that such a good start, didn't they, at 6-1, that it was always going to be difficult for Civitanova. And one thing's for sure, anyone goes 6-1 up here, that's going to be curtains for the other team when it's a race to 15.
The problem is, in my opinion, when you have to fight back from a disadvantage, if the opponents allow you to play the third and the fourth set with 4, 5, 6 points of advantage, it's easier for you to fight back.
Well, this is what they've been doing.
Under pressure, yeah.
Yeah, under pressure. Right now, these two haven't had a great deal to do, but it's Cinanesi winning that duel between the middle blockers. Single had I tell you what, Single, he is a solid player, but by his own very high standards, he's missed a couple of his serves, and they are just jump float serves, yeah, which you'd expect to go in, really. It's the high-risk jump serves that sorry, I was going to say mind out then, with some ball coming, that you kind of, you give excuses to, but jump floats should be going in.
It's also difficult when you attack this very few balls to remain always focused in the game for a middle blocker, maybe literally not attacking balls and having to be concentrated on the block and on the serve. So Verona is a team that really plays very few balls with the middle blockers. And again, like yesterday, they were down by 2, but they could easily win the third and the fourth by always having a good advantage to manage. And I think Verona is fresh. They didn't spend much to fight back from 2 sets of disadvantage yesterday and today again.
Well, the big change that they've made is to take out Jensen. He was always a little bit of a question mark based on his performance in the semi-final. They have found a solution after going 2-0 down. Sani has come in to replace him directly as an opposite Francesco Sani, who is an outside hitter, the USA international. So he stays on in the opposite slot. Vitelli stays in now. Maybe that's good management, bringing him in and using him as they have done, not starting him from the start. There's a change too for Civitanova. Mr. In, Podraskanin is on, and it is the same in terms of the outside hitters, the 3 of them, Lepke, Bottolo and Nikolov. Nikolov acting as the opposite player. So that's what we've come down to. The referee's now making the changes. The Libros are on. We'll have a look at how the stats for the last set played out once this one gets going, but goodness me, this is now what we call a roll of the dice, pretty much, as to who's going to get this one. Away we go, set number 5, Keita serving for Rana Verona. Lube looking for side out, which they'll get easily.
It wasn't a particularly happy Final 4 for the opposite spikers, right?
Not really, no.
They didn't manage to be protagonists more than much.
Maybe that's the way the game's going now, this idea of 3 outside hitters and moving them around. Trento did it so well in their championship season. That's not made it from Keita.
He opens the tiebreak of the final with 2 consecutive errors, one from the serve and one from zone 1 attacking out. Well, men's volleyball is getting far from the opposite being the key figure, but women's volleyball maybe more than ever.
Bonifante. Did Bottolo get any hands? No. Rather over-exuberant challenge. Oh, then, so Mosic is going crazy. No touch, no touch, no touch. And then Tingle goes, yeah, touched it.
Yeah, Verona always tries to use all the non-technical instruments to influence the game.
You can't bluff in this anymore. You can't play poker. You can't do it because there's a challenge system. Doesn't matter what motions you're making, what gestures you're making, you just call the challenge.
Tirano tutto molto lungo. Uno, non serve che tu vai sotto, ma serve che siamo 2 in angolo di posto 5. E l'altro cerchiamo di ritardare il tempo di salto sulla palla alta, soprattutto quando è staccata dalla rete, per non fargli vedere il piano di rimbalzo e andare dentro. Non andiamo alti perché tiro, dobbiamo saltare bene ma dentro.
Stoichev says to D'Amico, do not go too much inside the court, we must stay long because they shot long, especially towards zone 5, so left of the court from the Civitanova perspective. And then he says, wait before you jump for the block and do not go in height, go inside, because Civitanova is exploiting the hand touches of the block.
Yeah, get as close to the ball as possible. That's the 101 of blocking. Well played. Good use by Mosic. Nikolov, I think, was expecting Bonifante to get this one. Watch number 8 won't be a picture, but he's late with his defensive timing. And can't get the ball. Good swing, Mosic.
Very good serve, but he couldn't defend properly this time.
Ooh. That is out. Is it? No. Is it? I'm sorry, I'm laughing because Bottolo's like, yeah, out. And then the ref says in and he's, oh yeah, in. This came down very quickly.
I don't think Bottolo read correctly in this situation. He couldn't risk, really.
Good finish, Nikolov. So Civitanova with a 4-2 lead. A very good start for them in this 5th set.
Nikolov is really an impressive attacker. He had a big impact in this game.
Lovely pickup by Balasso. And then clever manipulation from Nikolov, all within the rules.
Learning from Lubke, who did this for the whole game. Also on Mosic.
It was great. He literally has let that just come off of his fingers, hasn't he? Just really good shot. 5-2. Bottolo.
Right now, with the 3 wing spikers on court, there is no true substitute for Bottolo, who's having a difficult time. He must stay in the game, must stay concentrated.
I think from his perspective, then, if his passing's working, that will be the thing that keeps him on the court, won't it? If his hitting's not great or his serving, his passing's there, the team can function. Because they've got Nikolov who can do that.
Right now it's a duel between the 2 main scorers of the 2 teams. If Verona wins the Italian Cup, I don't think we can give the MVP title to anyone but Numori Keita, 60 points in 2 nights. On the other hand, I think right now Nikolov is the core of Lube Civitanova.
Yeah, but this is the issue for him, isn't it? He's come in to do a job, he's doing it. That's a top serve. Good up from Keita. Oh! I'm not sure Lepke knew much about that one. I've really enjoyed watching Bonifante play this match, and the way he's distributed the ball. He's come up with some blocks, he's come up with some serves. And I do feel that maybe if Civitanova do take this, he'd be a good candidate.
I agree, but I also saw Abayev come back from a very difficult situation and giving a very good pace to Verona. Verona attacked with 76% efficiency in the fourth set.
Just think this is going to go to the wire, don't we now? It is as touching. Oh! What the? What? Excuse me, can I see that again, please?
He did it so many times.
It's magic! No, oh, just do that.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Back in Ravenna, almost 10 years ago, I think, when he started playing in Italian League, he already did this thing.
Working the block, working their way back into the match, into the set.
It's 28 now for Keita. He scored 30 in the quarterfinal and 30 exactly in the semi.
Lovely. Very good speed about that from Lepke. He was up and in the air quickly, and the swing was even quicker. No chance for the block. And already we're on to side switch.
Technically speaking, some parts of Lepke's performance tonight were an example for all the wing spikers around the world. Wasn't completely consistent, but
it's not the Keitas you want to learn from to play the game, because he's just got a ridiculously good jump and his technique's not great. It is the likes of Bonifante, the master of what he has to do in blocking and serving, and Lepke. I mean, he's not that, he's 198, he's not overly tall, but technically very good, and you have to be. Those are the players to learn from.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast my 2 votes for MVP, and you are gonna cast yours and give them to the organizers of the Italian Cup. Ooh, Lepke. Almost an ace on D'Amico, and then Keita blocked to D'Amico. Great dive, and again Keita and Kane on the block, and again the hands by Rok Mosic. A third block on Keita. Civitanova with the chance to go with 4 points of advantage with Bottolo. Impressive.
This is a big old lead now.
Verona wouldn't let it fall down, and yet Civitanova was even tougher this time.
I love that this game, the game that we all love, is sometimes won by the 6 inches between your ears.
Yeah.
More often than not, isn't it? Because there's no contact. It's all about what's going on in your head and what you think's going on in the heads of those around you. Is there a touch? No, they're going to have to challenge. Stoichev's going to challenge. Is there an admission coming? They're not looking to the ref, they're waiting. Well, they're not. No one's going to admit now. Not now. Vitelli didn't admit to it, and it went all the way.
You cannot admit if you're not seeing the opponents calling the video challenge. They're in the huddle, you know.
Looking for Tocco Moro. Looking for a way back into this set. They're not going to get
touch.
it. They are not going to get it.
Let's see. I think we might have not seen anything yet from this game.
No.
But let's see if Civitanova manages to exploit this points of advantage.
That's it from Keita. No stopping there. '29. He's on course for 90 points plus, isn't he, in 3 matches in the Coppa Italia. Spirito's in. Last time he came in, he got an ace. That helped Verona on their way to take set number 4. He needs something now here to get his team back into set number 5. Good touch by Mozic. Held his ground well. And it's another ball dispatched by Keita.
30.
They've got a good mismatch they can keep trying to use here. Keita against Bonafanti. That one, a squeeze through the arms of Keita and caught his arms on the way through. That's just a little bit of a, you feel a sigh of relief from Civitanova at that point.
And it seems to me that Nikolov was the only one who could match the strength, the offensive strength of Keita, playing at the same kilometers per hour, with the same, so to speak, violence in the attacks.
Spirito off, Sani back on. Passing to be done, side out to be achieved. Oh dear, Mozic didn't quite get his timing right, but it'll work. Somehow it works. Cinanese was struggling a bit with his defence. Oh no, it was Lagumja. Yeah. A little bit like Keita, they're not the best of defenders.
2 yards of Lagumja on the ground, desperate.
Here comes Keita. Oh, Bottolo, a joy to watch. Changed his tempo, working Abayev's block. Joyous.
And Fede Georgi is watching closely. He's on that side of the court.
Keita out of the attack. Well watched, Balasso. Ooh, goodness me, what an improvisation from Cinanese. And what a block from him and Nikolov.
This could be a very, very, very decisive moment in the game. Cinanese with his 4th block of the game.
The last time they won the cup was in 2021. Are they going to do it here in 2025? Ooh, they might well be. It's a monster block for Bottolo.
But maybe a net touch.
Did he touch the net?
The fun fact about Civitanova, they won in 2021 and then they never qualified for 3 consecutive years to the Final Four. This is the first time they come back to the Final Four.
Now, according to my stats, they've won it 7 times.
Yeah.
So this could be number 8. They're the 2nd highest winning team of the Coppa Italia.
I remember the picture with Osmani Wantorena making the sign, 7 after they won the last one.
I think Bottolo as well was pointing that the ball at the floor before he touched it.
Tocca appena prima della palla per terra, quindi è fallo di invasione.
Fallo. Oh, there it is, he's caught it with his leg.
La palla non era ancora caduta quando fa invasione. Okay,
he's explaining that they put the 2 footages, the ball falling and the net touch occurs before the ball falls. So it's point for Verona.
It is point Verona. That's a difference in the scoreline now. That's for sure.
That changes the picture quite a lot.
Zingel. But Nikolov just gets the side out, and it's match point now for Civitanova. Abayev was reaching out of his body line and couldn't stop it.
And a little incident for Cinanese, his left ankle, falling from the jump.
Well, the opening hasn't got to do anything now, and maybe Bottolo can seal it with an ace.
But speaking of Nikolov, I don't know if we are already looking at a top 10 worldwide wing spiker, but we are getting close to it. I think he's amazing.
There's not many going to argue against that. 4 opportunities inside out for Civitanova to win the Del Monte Coppa Italia. Abayev to serve for Verona. And that's it, it's all over. Civitanova have done it. They've beaten Verona by 3 sets to 2, and they are the Coppa Italia champions.
If it was a boxing match, you would see 2 boxers who would take